Today's tropical weather update is brought to you by State Insurance Company Limited. Live in a better state of mind.
And welcome. I'm Patrice Edwards with Antigua and Barbuda Met Services with your tropical weather outlook for today, Monday, the 11th of August, 2025. So let's start off with our latest update with Tropical Storm Erin that's newly formed at around 11 a.m. The system was upgraded. At first, it was expected to become a tropical depression, but when it was looked at again, it was a small persistent system with a circulation. Therefore, we have now Tropical Storm Erin in the eastern tropical Atlantic. This system is, at this time, no threat to us in the eastern Caribbean, especially us in the Leeward Islands. However, the track of this system over time could bring it closer to the islands and possible intensification along its way. So this is a system that we do need to continue to watch and monitor across the eastern Caribbean with possible impacts expected. We'll get more into that when we look at the track. The location for now is a 17.4 north, 28 degrees west, about 280 miles west-northwest of the Cabo Verde Islands, and about 2,305 miles east of the northern Leeward Islands. That includes us in Antigua and Barbuda. Maximum sustained winds about 45 miles per hour. The present movement west at 20 miles per hour. So the system is moving a bit quickly. Minimum central pressure 1,004 millibars. We look further to the north, we see two systems that have about 10% chance of development, but our main concern would be Erin. These systems are of no threat. However, Erin is something that we must continue to monitor based on its position and its possible track. Moving on to the possible track of the system, we see the system is expected to remain a storm through to Tuesday. However, the possibility of it becoming the first hurricane for this season is possible around Wednesday into Thursday. Then we see the system, possible intensification is forecast, and we do expect that system to be closer towards us by the latter part Friday into Saturday. Our possible impacts, all dependent on the nature of the system. That's why we're gonna look at the possible path of the system. So this is something that we're gonna have to monitor, must monitor. As again, for now, it is of no threat, but as it moves further along, there are possibilities of intensification and puts it just northeast of the northern Leeward Islands, roughly about Friday into Saturday. So this system is something that we have to monitor throughout the rest of the week. So continue to monitor with us. Stay tuned to our social media handles, also our website and our hotline. Again, just a gentle reminder, there is a tropical wave right now giving us a bit more cloudy and unsettled weather across the Leeward Islands. The system is expected to go through today into tomorrow. Again, just a further look at the circulation towards these. We have Erin. So we're going to look at the peaks. Considering that we're approaching our first peak, which is August 20th, we're going to see more systems developing in the tropical Atlantic. So we do expect you to continue to monitor, check your readiness for hurricane season 2025. As we're going from August to September. So the expectation is to see more of these systems develop after Erin. So a quick, are you ready? So for now, what do we expect you to do? Get your checklist in place. Check to see if this system continues on its path and draws closer to us into Antigua and Barbuda, am I ready? So this is just an example of a checklist. You can continue to go and look for one that is more adaptable to you and your situation. But the main things that you should look at, where will my family go if I have to evacuate? Do I have an emergency plan for my pets? What about my medication? Do you have enough for 7 days? Flashlights, batteries. Also, water supply is very important. Do you have the necessary tools to protect your property, namely your windows, your doors, and so forth? And what about my insurance policy? Does it need updating? Do I need a new one that I need to check our sponsors, State Insurance? Also, do you need a generator just in case of any power outages? This depends on how many yeses you have for these systems. Going to check your readiness for the season. If not, you still have time to get these things done. But we do expect you to continue to monitor with us at the Met Office, whether it's our social handles, our hotline, or our website. Stay ready for the season. With that, we've come to the end of our presentation.
Today's tropical weather update has been brought to you by State Insurance Company Limited. Live in a better state of mind.